Welcome back to another episode of DAS with your boy, Sean Mack. And today we're going to be discussing Trevor Berbick, mostly known for his fight with Ali, which was Muhammad Ali's last fight. Also known for the fight inside and outside the ring with Larry Holmes, but most noted for losing the WBC heavyweight title to Mike Tyson back in 1986, I think it was. But he had a tough life, and he had a rough life and a very disturbing life. So let's get right to it. In 1992, Trevor Berbick was convicted of forcing himself upon his children's babysitter. He was sentenced to 5 years in jail. He only served 15 months. 14 years later, on October 28 of 2006, Berbick was beaten to death by his 20-year-old nephew in Norwich, Jamaica. This is a tale of karma doesn't forget, and when it comes in the form of a pipe. So remember, if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. So let's go. In 1980, Berbick upset ex-champion John Tate with a 9th round KO, securing him the title shot against Larry Holmes on April 11 of 1981, but Berbick lost a 15-round unanimous decision. In the second fight after the loss, he beat 39-year-old Muhammad Ali by unanimous decision in the final fight of Ali's career. On March 22nd of 1986, Berbick won the WBC World Heavyweight title by upsetting Pinklon Thomas by unanimous decision. This led to the mega fight everyone coined Judgment Day, two heavyweights getting it on in the center of the ring. On November 22nd of 1986, in his first title defense, Berbick took on Mike Tyson, who was looking to break Floyd Patterson's record and become, at the age of 20, the youngest ever heavyweight champion. In the second round, Tyson dropped Berbick with a quick knockdown. Berbick was quickly overwhelmed by his opponent, and late in the round he went down again. The champion rose to his feet, but immediately stumbled backwards and fell back on the canvas. Berbick tried twice more to make it to his feet, but fell both times, and referee Mills Lane stopped counting and waved the fight off to end Berbick's reign as a champion. As I mentioned earlier in the intro, Berbick was arrested on a number of occasions throughout his life, and he was sentenced in Florida to 5 years in prison for forcing himself on his children's babysitter in 1992. He served only 15 months. In 1997, he violated his parole and was deported from the United States to Canada. Due to his legal issues, he also had problems staying in Canada, losing his landed immigrant status and being ordered back to Jamaica in 1999. On October 28 of 2006, Berbick was murdered at his church in Norwich, Jamaica, by an assailant wielding a 2-inch steel pipe. He sustained repeated blows to the head and died at the scene. Police arrested 2 men, one of whom was Berbick's 20-year-old nephew, Harold Berbick, in connection with the murder. They were interrogated at Port Antonio's police station in Portland earlier on the morning of October 29th. Local residents indicated that the suspects were involved in a land dispute with Berbick. On November 3rd, it was reported that Berbick's nephew, 20-year-old Harold Berbick, and an unidentified 18-year-old man had been charged in his murder by Jamaican police. On December 20th of 2007, Harold Berbick was convicted for the murder of his uncle. His accomplice, Keaton Gordon, was convicted of manslaughter, and both men were sentenced on January 11 of 2008. Harold Berbick was sentenced to life in prison. Keaton Gordon was sentenced to 14 years in prison. Oh, Trevor, what a tangled web we weave when we choose to deceive. That's how it goes. My mother used to say that when I was younger. I think that's what it is. But I have some notes here, as always. Got 3 things I'm going to go over. Remember, if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the channel and to the video. And make sure you hit up those notifications, press your notifications, so we be all in your notifications when we drop our videos. Like I said, I have 3 things here. Try to make sense of this crazy case and take some life lessons out of this case. Number 1, why did the justice system fail this young lady? Now, sometimes when I speak on these certain issues, I'll have men get in the comment section and be like, well, they wrong us too. We're not always on the right side of the law when it comes to the findings in the justice system. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. But I like to speak about the case that I'm dealing with at that moment. And like Fred Lane, guy, football player, shot by his wife for the money and for the insurance money, and took him out in a foul manner. When I did that video, I didn't speak on how foul men are. I was speaking on the women that done that incident, what she did. But this happened in Florida. He got 5 years. He was sentenced to 5 years, Trevor Berbick, and he did 15 months. It's not too much online about that case. Maybe she was a little younger and they didn't put the information out there or whatnot, but it wasn't much information on that case. But it would happen in Florida, and as they say, the craziest places in the world in the United States is the Bronx and Florida. I like to put New Orleans in there as well. People must not watch that news. I'm originally from New Orleans. My parents still live there, so I stay in contact with what's going on in that crazy ass town. But the justice system did fail her. He should have did more time than what he did. And in certain situations, in certain cases where it's just something that we need to work out. That's why voting is important. Sometimes I feel it is, sometimes I feel it's not, but we need to have people in there that represent us as a community, black community, and as a society. We need to vote people in that represents us and know the struggles that we go through, right? But that the justice system definitely failed that young lady. But that is a story for another day. And it's a tale as old as time. Number 2, most family disputes can be worked out. It don't have to end with violence. Now check this case out. His nephew, 20 years old, took him out with a lead pipe in church. Hope he asks for forgiveness for his sins, Trevor. I really do. But now Trevor's dead and that young man is in jail for life. Now who gets the land? Not them two. None of them have the land. So you fighting over something that no one has now. I'm pretty sure it just went on down the line to another family member. Now no one has the land. So was it worth it? You're in jail for life. Your accomplice is in jail for 14 years. And your Uncle Trevor, which I'm pretty sure did good things for you, is dead. You killed him. Now, when I do these stories, I don't pretend that I know these people personally, right? I read the story, I collect the information, and I give my opinion. So sometimes it might seem like it's a little harsh on what I say, but some things is just what I believe, and it's how I'm reading the case at that moment. Number 3, don't forget who you've wronged in life, because don't forget who you've wronged in life and all of your bad deeds, because they will come back to haunt you. So just remember, try to be a good person. Don't treat people horribly. Don't do things horrible to people. Don't do crimes to people. Don't just wrong somebody. Don't just talk about somebody, which it seems like it's not that big of a deal, but I believe in karma. I believe in bad energy as well, to where you can talk yourself into something that you didn't even really want. Sometimes in life we do something in our 20s that's like horrific, especially like where I'm from. You do something in life that's like a horrific thing, but then 10 years pass, excuse me, you're 30 years old and you forgot about those things, and something bad happened to you in your life, and you ask God, or you just ask to the heavens, why me? But you forget about the wrong things that you've done and the bad deeds that you've done in life to people. So try to be a good person. That's all I can say. And try to make sure and remember, if you do somebody something wrong, most likely it's going to come back on you. My last words, be the best person that you can be in life, because karma is a bee and she doesn't forget. Look how Trevor went out. Pretty sure he didn't think when he was getting hit with that pipe, why is he getting hit with that pipe? He knew it was his nephew, behind the land dispute, but he didn't realize it was the karma of the world and what he did 14 years ago to that young lady. The chickens came home to roost, and all those good sayings that they say. On that note, I've been Sean Mack. And this is Death After Sports. Trevor Berbick.